very scared of this matua. I'm going to be straight up. Everyone is having a cup of tea and his eyes are looking at me from across the room. And he comes up to me and I'm like, what sort of mood is matua in? And he comes up and he gives me a hongi and he presses his nose into mine. And then he lets go. He goes, it's not that easy. And I said, tēnā koe matua, I know it's not that easy. Letting go of trauma that happened to us, whether it was violence, sexual violence, molestation within the whānau, it's not your fault. And for the perpetrators, I'm going to share this kōrero, they need aroha too. Do they need to be around you? Not really, if you don't want to, but they still need aroha. I was presenting on Chatham Islands, on Te Whare Kauri, and in my wānanga, this auntie, she was very haurangi. I knew she had a few drinks. She was marching around at the back of my kaupapa, and I saw her. And in the wānanga, she said, let's talk about the perpetrators in this whare nui right now. It was silent. I had a brother say to me, bro, should I make that kuia, sort of that auntie, sit down? I said, no, she needs to be heard. So it's creating safe places for our whānau to be heard. And I share this, and I love my whānau from my Ngāpuhi side or my Tūhoi side. You have to step outside of that pōrangi whānau river to get the external help you need. Because in your whānau, they don't tell you how deep that whakapapa of mamai goes. They don't tell you how far back in your whakapapa that mamai goes. So all religions, Pākehā Māori, Hainamana, you are allowed to step outside of that whānau river and get the help you need, whānau. Because you're worth more than you can ever realize. When I'm on the road doing prisons, presenting in communities, my brother Nick Jessup here is one of my people I trust with my life. My cousin Clint Edmonds, no Ngāwha, is one of the people I trust with my life. And I say to every whānau around the motu, who are your 3 kaitiaki in your circle? Who are your 3 support people that you trust with your life? Because I've got 3. And I heard one brother go, I don't have one good person in my circle. And I said to him, well, that'll help, my bro. Sounds like your circle is shit. If you don't trust one person in your circle, it's time to change circles, whānau, because you are worth more than that. I don't care what that tani whā voice is saying. He's all shit. You're all shit. No one deserves to be alive. Holy heck, that sounds like my Spotify playlist. And I say to whānau, what a stink, boring, tiring Spotify playlist. Bores the shit out of me, and it bores the shit out of you. So whānau, you may not have chosen the mamai, but you can choose to heal. Nera. Kei te marama koutou? Yeah, we're nodding because, oh shit, I just had my cup of tea. I didn't have my lunch yet. This bloody crazy Māori. I just want to share this other story. As I go to Rimutaka prison, violent offenders, therapy unit, and my whole kaupapa is out of the dark with aroha. If you see my t-shirt, if you see my kaupapa, my tohu is like this. Just humor me, whānau. Can you create that tohu? Doing well, eh? Some people need a big hug already, eh? All right, whānau, with me. Making that tohu of the ngākau. Hāki roto. Hāki waho. Aro hāki roto. Aro hāki waho. Aro hāki roto. Aro hāki waho. So I was doing that inside Rimutaka prison, violent offenders therapy unit, and in the front row was a very big black Māori brother. He was very huge, and he's giving me the stares like this. And I go to the bro, and he just looks at me like this. And then I thought, shit, leave that brother alone. I had 27 other brothers to focus on. I thought I'll leave the number 28 out. But when it came time to hand out those invisible hearts that we just did now, whānau, I just said to myself, kia kaha, be brave e hoa. You came here to save a life. This could be the only prison they allow you to present your kaupapa in. Kia kaha. So I slowly walk over to the big brother. He was huge, and I was very slowly walking like this. We were maintaining eye contact, And all the time as I'm getting closer to the big brother, I just thought, please don't break me in two. And I get to the big bro and I'm like this. And the bro goes, "Ah, ah, ah!" And I'm like, ah, shit. But we're in lockdown. In this unit, we are in lockdown, and I've got nowhere to run to. And to be honest, whānau, right at that moment, I thought I'd made a very terrible mistake. But I just thought, ha, ki roto, ha, ki waho. I'll try again. I try a second heart. I go very slowly, whānau. Same thing. And I thought, shit, this is not going good. I look at the other 27 brothers and they're like this. What you going to do now, Ewa? And I thought, I don't know, because I've never been in a violent offenders therapy unit giving out invisible hearts before, whānau. Only the crazy Porangi Māori from Ngāpui and Tuhoe are doing that. On the third heart, I thought just kia kaha. On the third heart, it changed. And he had a little bit of a grin on his face, and I just left it at that. So what I'm trying to say, whānau, even the scariest, biggest person needs a hug. It may be a bit dangerous at the time, but just know that they need to be listened to without judgment. Is there any pātai, as I could go on, but I'm just conscious of that we've got the time flowing. Is there any pātai for me? Whānau. I know I'm opening this up a bit deeper. Just haki roto, haki waho. Any pātai. Oh, whananga. Oh.
How do you set that safe space for our whānau?
Great pātai, how do you set the safe space for your whānau? Very difficult. First of all, it's good not to be related. So sometimes you might need an external whanaunga to facilitate. I'm going to give you an example. 2 years ago, my nephew was going through some heavy shit, and my sister put a messenger into our whānau chat. She said, I need help. My son is going down. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. She messages me, can you facilitate this for me? And in my mind, my papa, my dad is the rangatira.